The courthouse carried a chill I hadn't anticipated. Not in temperature, but in atmosphere. I stepped outside clutching a manila envelope that held my divorce papers, while my chest felt like it had forgotten how to beat properly. 14 years of marriage had unraveled with a handful of signatures and a judge's indifferent nod. No shouting, no tears, only a silence so heavy it roared. I couldn't bring myself to drive home. It wasn't mine anymore. The house belonged to her now. The night before, I had already packed my belongings, 2 suitcases and a worn copy of To Kill a Mockingbird, and loaded them into my car. Everything else I left behind, thinking it would make the separation cleaner, less messy. With nowhere else to go, and no desire for company, I checked into a rundown roadside motel on the edge of town. A buzzing neon sign promised vacancy cable weekly rates. The carpet inside was stained, the air stale, but it was quiet. Quiet was enough. The woman at the front desk looked to be in her 60s, sharp eyes, weary hands. She studied me the way someone does when they've seen the same scene play out countless times. A man with tired eyes, a bare ring finger, and a suitcase that sagged with regret. Handing me a key card, she murmured, "Room 207. That one's got a good bed. Looks like you haven't slept in a while." Her words caught me off guard. Not pitying, not invasive, just understanding. "Rough day?" she asked without meeting my gaze. I gave a small nod. "Just sign the papers." She smiled sadly. "Then tonight, let yourself feel it. Just don't carry it with you forever." Room 207 was plain. A single bed, a flickering lamp, the lingering scent of old cologne and cigarette smoke. I perched on the mattress, staring at the wall. No tears came, no anger. Just an emptiness so deep I felt like I was haunting my own body. Later that evening, I wandered down the hall for a soda from the vending machine. On the way back, I passed the desk again. The receptionist was still there, sipping coffee. She gave me a knowing nod. "Want to talk?" she asked. I shrugged. "Depends. You charging for therapy tonight?" She chuckled softly. "No, son. I've just been around long enough to recognize when a man's about to drink from a bottle of pain that never runs dry." We ended up sitting on a bench near a dusty fake plant in the lobby. I spoke in broken sentences, halting, as if the words had to crawl out of me. I told her how my wife had stopped loving me, how the distance between us had grown, how I kept trying harder while she gave less. I whispered that she called me boring, predictable, that I became safe, as though safety were a flaw. The woman listened quietly, then said, "Some folks confuse comfort with dullness. They don't realize the value of steady ground until the storm blows through." When I asked if she'd been married, she nodded. "Once. He left when I got sick. Said he hadn't signed up for a sick wife. So I signed his exit papers and built a life anyway." Her voice carried no bitterness, just truth. We fell into a gentle silence, 2 strangers sharing wounds in the open, not needing to explain them. That night I understood something. Sometimes healing doesn't come from speaking, but from being heard. The next morning, I found a folded note slipped under my door. It was from her. It read, "You made it through the ending. That means you're strong enough to build a beginning. Don't go back searching for the broken pieces. Leave them where they fell, and make something new." I checked out with no plan, no destination. But her words lightened me, peeling a layer of sorrow away. I didn't know what my future held, but I had survived yesterday, and for now that was enough. Months passed. I started over in a new city, working at a small bookstore. I joined a hiking group, made friends, even laughed again. The pain didn't vanish, but it shrank, like a stone I carried in my pocket instead of a weight crushing my chest. I never saw the motel receptionist again, but her words stayed with me. When people ask how I made it through that chapter of my life, I smile and say, because someone reminded me that the worst day isn't the final chapter. It's only proof that better ones are still ahead.